that controversial to me. And I think any married couple would know that, right? Because nothing's 50-50. There's no point in time when everything is equal. And I just don't want young couples to set up that kind of, false idol in their marriage. I don't think we talk enough about the real of marriage.
Right.
And we don't prepare young people. We weren't prepared.
And old people.
It's true.
1 year in,
It's true. I think we've got to be open and, and open within reason, right?
Yeah.
I mean, but I feel like people look at me and Barack as relationship goals, which I think we have an amazing marriage. 30 years, yes. It's real. The highs, the lows, we've been through it. We've grown from it. I love being married to him. I love my husband. But I want people to understand what does it take to get there? It's not all fist bumps and nice pictures and holding hands. There were years of struggle and learning how to communicate with each other and still growing. Because if we're both growing together, that's work. As each, I was in my 20s when I married him, right? I am a totally different person now, and so is he. And thank goodness. But that means we have to continue to renegotiate that relationship.
You guys put in that work together.
It is okay. So let's say you put in that work, and I feel like too many young people quit when it's hard because they don't think it's supposed to be hard. And all I'm saying is that it is really hard, and it is often unfair, and it often requires you to compromise and to adapt in ways that all of life's uncertainties require. This book is Overcoming in Uncertain Times. Marriage is nothing but uncertainty, right?
Lord.
You start together, and who knows what's going to happen. Like my father, you don't know. My mother didn't marry my father with a disability.
Right.
He developed MS over the course. You talk about in sickness and in health. Well, uncertainty comes with sickness, and sickness can happen with either partner. Somebody could have a difficult pregnancy, right? Your wife, and you come in as a man and you don't cook.
Right.
You don't do laundry. Well, you might choose not to in your partnership, but my view is like a basketball team. Everybody has got to be able to shoot, dribble, score, and defend because you never know. That's what makes a strong team. Right. So you can't just say it's going to be 50-50.
No.
Right? Not if you're through sickness and in health, in good times and bad. You take those vows, that means you have to be ready to live within the vows you take, because marriage will be all of that.
And be thirsty.
And
these young folks don't know. You said it straight last night about how they need to be thirsty.
They're trying to act not thirsty.
Cute. They're trying to be cute.
They're trying to, and I hope you teach Max, as a young man out there, right, to, young men have to practice relationships too. They have to practice commitment. And I think that's a hard thing in this world when there's so much choice and there's access to everything. I have met young men who didn't practice monogamy and settling down until they got married, and they didn't have the tools.
It was a struggle.
It was a struggle, and monogamy is practice. Faithfulness is practice. And, I don't mean to pick on Max, but I think it goes both ways. And in this culture of let's hook up and let's see how it goes. And I don't want to label this anything. I'm like, nah, you want to be with somebody who's ready to label it, because you need to practice a label unless you don't want to get married.
Right.
Which is an option too. Not everybody has to get married. But if you choose to get married, if that's the dream, outside of the wedding and the dress and the wish book that you've had and for the ceremony,
event and the baby moon and the honeymoon,
you better have been practicing some relationship commitment, right? Because you can't learn that on the job.